someone who fell in love with computers at 5, an iPhone app releaser at the age of 9, and now at the age of 14, he's collaborating with IBM on artificial intelligence. This Canadian teen has become a global force in programming and commands and teaches coding online. Come, let's meet our iHero, Tanmay Bakshi.
A lot of people do ask me sort of why did I begin programming or working with computers at 5? And really what I say is that the reason that I got into programming in the first place is really because I started at 5 years old. I mean, because imagine as a 5-year-old, I'm a really curious person, you know, I'm looking around at everything, trying to absorb a lot of knowledge. But what really sort of intrigued me were computers. And the reason I say that is because, I mean, as a 5-year-old, watching the computer do anything would be really fascinating to me, right? Just watching it display my name on the screen, it could add 2 numbers, it could even change colors. That would be really intriguing to me. It would pique my interest. And my dad saw that curiosity that I had, and he sort of just introduced me to the world of computing. But the thing is, my curiosity really only grew from there. And so I continued to use different kinds of books and the internet as learning resources to learn even more about technology. And it really was just, it was basically a snowball effect from there. It just kept going. I kept getting more and more interested with technology the more I'd learn about it. In fact, when I was 7 years old, something that really got me even deeper into technology was when I was in grade 3. I had a test coming up at school, but the thing is I wasn't really good at my times tables. But I was pretty good at creating really simple Windows applications in Visual Basic. So I decided to create a really simple program to help me practice my times tables by asking me random questions. And it actually worked. It helped me out a lot. I got a good score on the test. And so I decided a year later, why not make that accessible to more people? And so my very first iOS application, T-Tables, was accepted onto the Apple App Store when I was 9 years old in 2013. So really it's because, I mean, as a 5-year-old, just really watching the computer do anything would pique my interest, and I just wanted to find out more. And really the plus point to that was that at 5 years old, I didn't really know what the concept of a job was, right? So I didn't understand that people were paid to code, and this is something that people just have to do. I thought this was just another thing to play with, right? It just happened to me as a hobby, something that I would do to play. And it just kind of grew on me as a passion then. Unfortunately, due to my age, I, of course, cannot do a job at IBM. Rather, I collaborate with them. So I love collaborating with a lot of the different teams at IBM. Like, for example, you know, IBM will give me access to, say, IBM Cloud and Watson and all the stuff and the services that come with it. And then if I have certain feedback for those services, I can give that to them. If I want to implement them in my applications, I can do so. So I don't work for IBM, but I am doing my sort of internship there as a developer advocate, which is really, really exciting. However, to get to your second question around sort of schooling, I do believe that, I mean, of course, schooling is important. You know, a lot of people say that we can, you know, disband sort of the regular schooling environment, but I don't think that's true. I think it's important to provide, you know, for example, regular school. We can't replace that altogether. But I'm indeed homeschooled, and the way that works is my dad actually works as a tutor, as a teacher, and so it becomes a lot easier. He has all the resources, the curriculum, and everything. So my mom and dad teach me as well as my sister, and so it is very, very good for me in this case because, like, for example, if I'm working with machine learning technology and I want to go to, say, grade 12 math to learn, say, kind of calculus to understand backpropagation, I can do so, whereas in a regular schooling environment, that's not possible. But I also agree that it's not really for everyone. There's some people that would learn better in a regular school environment. There's some people that wouldn't learn as well in a homeschooling environment. It really depends on what you're passionate about, what you like to do. And it depends on the individual. So schooling, of course, is important, but there are some people, and in my case, homeschooling did end up working out. My mentors also help me out a lot. So from IBM and a lot of other companies that I'm collaborating with, I do have a lot of different mentors that help me out a lot with all the work that I'm doing. Whenever I'm facing an issue, they help me out. Whenever I have any sort of feedback or whenever I need help, they're very, very helpful. And thanks to them, I'm here today. The sort of message that I'd like to give, there are a few main ones, but really there are two. First of all is around sort of the technical side of what I'm passionate about, which is, of course, machine learning and what a lot of people like to call artificial intelligence technology. I believe that it's really, really important to adopt this kind of technology because really no matter where you look, even for example in the field of healthcare and so much more, this is such important technology and it has the potential to change and augment so many people's lives. It has the potential to save millions of lives every single day. So I think that's very important. But also, what I'm trying to sort of drive across is the fact that I really do believe that, for example, the youth need a lot more support to help them actually find and nurture the passions that they have. Like, for example, it doesn't really matter what someone could be passionate about, but they really need the help to find that out, figure out what they're passionate about, and from there they need the help to actually nurture that passion and bring that to the next level. Just like, for example, how my parents were able to find the fact that I was passionate about computers and provide me the resources to continue in that field. Similarly, I believe that all parents should be doing this, and even the school and the sort of regular education environment should adjust to create a more of a sort of individualized learning environment for all the students. I'm here in India because of the Tomorrow's India Global Summit. Thank you for them for arranging such a wonderful initiative through which I can actually go ahead and share this message. Because I believe that in tomorrow's India, there are a few main things that really need to evolve. First of all, I believe the education system really needs to evolve with the new and wonderful technology that's coming out. Like, for example, machine learning. There are lots of different companies working towards implementing next generation technology in the field of education to enable more personalized education for individual students. Because everyone learns differently. Everyone learns in a different way. They're better at different things. You have to make sure that you're able to help each student with the way that they learn. And from there, I also do believe that really the parents in India, all the teachers, the education system needs to change to be able to find and really help the youth and kids do what they're passionate about. Like, for example, just yesterday, I was at the Amity University and Gogotias University. I was doing talks there, and there were lots of students that were coming up to me talking about how they are really passionate about this certain field, for example, robotics or maybe machine learning technology, but they're unable to get in that field because no one's there to help them, no one's there to provide them the resources to do so, even though they are truly very passionate about going in those fields. So really, I do believe that it's important for the parents here in India and for the education system to sort of keep up with all the new and the changing environment really everywhere in all different industries to enable kids to learn about what they're passionate about and let them go ahead in the specific fields that they want to go ahead in. And of course, from there, also taking a look at how, for example, the government can adopt even more and new technology. Like, for example, there are tons of new technologies around, even random example, say driverless cars, or implementing machine learning in the field of healthcare, taking a look at how we can help out oncologists in hospitals to help them to diagnose cancer faster and in a more efficient and accurate way. So really, all of this, I believe, is very important, but mainly it's, first of all, improving the educational system, making it sort of keep up with the changes in our everyday lives now, and also implementing next generation technology in tons of different fields. And I also have a goal to reach out to at least 100,000 aspiring beginners to really help them innovate along their journey of learning to code. I'm really glad to say that I'm already around 8,800 people there. I'm always working towards it through numerous different media. As I mentioned, really whenever I like to travel for conferences just like this one, I always love to go to different universities or schools. Like, for example, as I mentioned, I was really lucky to be a part of 2 different talks at a few different universities here in New Delhi, which was very, very exciting. Really just taking whatever I learn about technology, and I love to share it with as many people as I can. Of course, there's also my YouTube channel that I love to work towards this with, the books that I author, the blogs that I write, essentially making it so that more people can use that technology, more people can use it in fields where they believe it can make the most impact. Tomorrow's India. Let's start with I.